Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Hi, everybody. Today, in Nerd Alert, or however you want to call it, we're working on the mementos for that. I'm here with JRUToys,
Hi, how's it going, guys?
and I'm Ridiculous Rob. Today, we're just going to talk about some fun toys. So, JRUToys, how are you been doing?
Been doing good, man. Just working a lot, enjoying a day off, trying to organize my entire toy room, which is a lot more work than I was prepared for.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
The same thing. Since my partner's a life coach, he's been kind of spending the whole week talking to like at least 10 to 11 people, video calls every day this whole week. So it's been kind of me and the kids, and I feel mostly brain dead. Like
Busy.
yeah, especially when my kid's a dreamer and just kind of really murders it. But yeah, so the first thing on the list is any good finds in the wild, like, and where did you find them?
Man, I actually found the entire Fantastic Four wave as well as the Demogoblin Build-A-Figure wave. And I think you found a lot of the same stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to a Target that's near me, maybe like 15 minutes or so, and I found both waves, like completely. I just asked them about it, and then the guy was like, "Yeah, sure. Like they're in the back. Nobody's asked for them." I was like, "Sweet." I picked up Doctor Doom, which I have here next to me. Still possibly like the best figure of that whole wave is Doctor Doom. He's the best. And I picked up Vulture. I did sell him to Nose Rain on Instagram. He let me keep the Build-A-Figure piece. I'm working on Demogoblin. Got 2 pieces so far. I kept Shang-Chi from that wave because he's badass looking. I also picked up let's see, who else did I pick up? Oh, I also picked up White Rabbit. I know she's not like a lot of people's choice, but I really like the way that they kind of reused a lot of her stuff for the design,
Yeah, that's on like a Typhoid Mary buck, isn't it?
Her upper body is Typhoid Mary. Her lower body is a new sculpt. Her jacket looks to be from Scarlet Witch, the MCU version. The boots look to be from M'Baku, and I think the legs are just like a basic female leg for that size.
So it's just like a kit bashed figure almost.
Yeah, she's like a big kit bash, but I mean, she looks cool and interesting. The umbrella's new, and the little blast effect everyone was saying breaks. It actually comes right off, and I can put it right back on. So I just been putting it on like other pistols and like small things like that. But
nice. Well,
yeah,
I like you found both those waves. I picked up the entire Fantastic Four wave because the Super Skrull was a number 1 on my list. I actually like the whole wave, man. The She-Hulk, or I guess just Hulk, is really nice. The Thing is really cool. I like the repaint and the new head on it. And then I picked up most of the Goblin wave as well, except for the White Rabbit. So I'm glad you got that one.
I mean, again, I do like her, and I mean, if you're gonna build Demogoblin, you have to get her because I've been kind of playing with Hobgoblin, but this thing is cool and it's transparent. I don't know if you can, how much you can see in the light there, but it's pretty transparent.
Yeah, I need that glider now. So
and it looks like the stand is from, I think, the speeder bikes. At least that's what everyone's saying. I don't own one of those Star Wars speeder bikes,
It is. Yeah, it is actually the same one.
Yeah, I don't own one of those. I would love one, but I don't own one. Maybe one day.
Yeah, I got 2 of them in a long time ago on a GameStop clearance sale for $12 a piece. That was back in Albuquerque when you and I first met, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. I remember how we met. That was interesting. We basically was like, hey, how's it going? Let's go to all the Walgreens and Toys R Us because we're a group. But it's a good thing. I mean, we still talk, and it's fun. I like helping you find stuff, and in return, you help me out too. So it's been nice.
Absolutely, man. And I will say about the Doctor Doom, I actually got that on GameStop on Christmas online. They had 20% off. So ordered 2, and they were like $19 a piece, and they only sent me 1. So it was like a whole deal for 2 or 3 weeks of whether I was going to get one or get my refund.
Yeah.
Getting a
I
refund.
remember. I remember you telling me that you were going to send me the second one, and they just canceled your order. And then
Yeah, that was a weird deal because I didn't hear of anyone else having a lot of issues with GameStop.
And then for me, my mom and my brother, they ordered me one too through GameStop, and then it just got more delayed and delayed and delayed. And then I went and I canceled the pre-order because I was like, what's the point? Like, how long am I gonna wait? And then I found both waves like a couple days later, so at Target. Which for me personally, the Fantastic Four wave was really nice. I did have She-Hulk, and I have her Build-A-Figure pieces, but I sold her to a friend of mine who really wanted her and not the Build-A-Figure pieces. But she's a really cool figure. I just try to limit what I keep, and she's really unique and nice. But as soon as they put a classic one out, I'm going to stop using her. So I might as well
absolutely
admit it to myself now. And as far as the Fantastic Four team, I have, the Walgreens classic outfit, so I don't really need another Fantastic Four team, but I do like that head sculpt like you were talking about on the new thing.
Yeah, no, it was justified in my case. I dig it. The Super Skrull's a plus. That's going to be a hot commodity, so it's cool that you get to keep a lot of the pieces.
Yeah. Other things that I found actually still with Target is I actually ran into the new NECA Dark Fate Terminator and Sarah Connor figures, and
nice.
I was just amazed how beautiful they were. I wanted to buy them, but I don't have anything besides the classic Terminator, so I didn't see the point of buying Dark Fate. But they were just really good. I was almost convinced to really buy them.
Man, NECA puts out a quality product, so I'm glad to see them, in more stores too, not just Target, because my Target's terrible at stocking them.
And the last thing that I found when I was out was I ran into the McFarlane's DC Multiverse at Target as well. The one near me, not the one that I went through for the waves. Only one they had on the shelf was Superman. And he possibly is the best looking one, I think, out of the whole wave is that Superman. But for me, almost all my stuff is 6-inch unless it's specifically a larger character. So buying McFarlane's 7-inch figures just doesn't work for me. Plus, I'm sorry, I'm going to get probably some feedback about this later, but I don't like Superman. I've never liked Superman. He's just...
Damn, that's a bold statement, man.
Sorry?
I said that's a pretty bold statement.
I just have never liked Superman.
Yeah, to each his own. I also saw those McFarlane figures all weekend long. Yeah, they're not for me either, man. I think they're cool. I think it's ambitious. Yeah. It's cool to see that Todd McFarlane. I don't know if you saw that interview with, I think it's JRUToys. I don't know if that's right.
Yeah.
But he's basically just like, yeah, I'm going to try a whole bunch of stuff. So I am kind of excited for that Armored Hellbat and Unchained Superman. Those will probably be pickups. The bigger armored stuff like that, I'm just a sucker for.
Yeah, those I think are definitely still worth a pickup because I don't think anybody's ever made them, to be honest. At least I don't remember Mattel ever making them. And
I think they're fairly new characters too.
Yeah. I the only figure out of the whole wave, which I didn't see, but I really wanted to be interested in, is the Batman Who Laughs.
That one I did not see. I pretty much saw the Harley Quinn animated, Batman, Superman animated, and the 2 comic figures. Yeah. The Batman and the Superman.
For me, I'll definitely, if he later makes like the bigger Batman villains, I'll definitely pick those up. I'd love a Clayface by McFarlane.
Yeah, and one thing I thought was cool he was talking about was he's not really interested in changing the price based on size or, hard to get figure. Like something like a Clayface would just be the $20 price point.
That's crazy.
So he said he's willing to sacrifice it. So it's early, I won't cast judgment, but
yeah.
I like to see DC get a hold of, or McFarlane get a hold of the property.
Yeah. The only other thing that I saw out in the wild was one, I noticed that Target was doing a restock of all the NECA figures that had already came out earlier. And I just saw a bunch of them, including I saw the first wave of the cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I only saw, I think it was just Donatello and Raph. Those 2 packs where it was just them, and then it came with the Ninja. I also saw a bunch of Predators, which, again, didn't see them for a while, then all of a sudden restock. Same thing, Halloween figures. Chucky figures, Freddy Krueger, and so on. And I also started seeing NECA show up over at Walmart, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, and I really hope Walmart steps their NECA game up with the drop of those Turtle in Time video game turtles. I think they're wide release. I don't think they're retailer exclusive or anything. So I'd be interested to see if they'll show up at Walmart.
Yeah. The only thing I remember is NECA was just talking about releasing them to Target and to GameStop. There was no mention about Walmart, and they just showed up. So. Wow.
We shall see.
Yeah. I see here you mentioned the TMNT Wave 2.
Yeah, I actually got that wave kind of sent from me from all over. And then I did, and I was able to take advantage of their NECA buy one, get one. So, it was like $80 for the 2 sets of turtles.
Nice.
So, save a little bit. But then they just kind of showed up in my Target. My Target never had them. So kind of like piggyback off what you're saying, I'm seeing a lot of restock too.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. The next thing on the list is, you find any good online finds?
The only thing that I saw this weekend that I was interested in is the Lightning Collection. Help me out with this. You actually have it. Is it the Magna Defender?
Oh, the Magna Defender?
It's $11.99 on Amazon. So I've been
He's a good figure.
Biting that one.
Yeah, I know there's not like a whole bunch of Power Ranger fans out there, at least not that I talk to often. There's like a few guys, but for me, the Magna Defender was like one of my favorite characters from that show. And it was also, for me, right at the end of me being even interested in Power Rangers anymore,
Yeah.
So I still had caught the show here and there, but I definitely watched the episodes when the Magna Defender showed up, because to me, he was like the Boba Fett of Power Rangers.
That makes sense. The cool thing about this line is that it appeals to everybody. You really don't have to have an affinity for any one character.
Yeah.
They photograph well, they articulate well. Everyone's heard it 1,000 times. They're just great figures in general. So
I just know that the biggest one is everyone's looking for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, that's like everybody's looking for that one. And then all the other figures, I see them on the shelves and stuff getting like clearance and discounted because everyone's like, those aren't Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or Zeo, so I don't want them.
That's pretty much been my my approach at it.
Yeah. I'm actually excited for the next wave of actual Power Rangers because that was actually released, and the next one has Trini, who's the yellow Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. And then I think it was, because I really remember her, and I remember there was...
It's also the Zeo Blue Ranger.
What's up?
I said it's also the Zeo Blue Ranger in that wave.
Yeah, Zeo Blue. I was trying to remember. They have the current one, the Power Rangers Beast Morphers, which is now. They have the villain from that. I think he's like the Crimson Ranger or something like that.
Cyber Villain Blaze.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
And then also the SPD Red Ranger. So
yeah,
those 3 are all passes for me. I was able to secure a pre-order on Hasbro Pulse, taking advantage of the end of my membership because I will not pay for it.
I remember,
as long as they give it to me for free, I'm cool with it. But it's not a service I'm willing to pay for.
Yeah, I remember you told me about signing up for that service, and I was telling you, I was like, I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to buy because of my current situation. Kind of bummed out I missed out on it, but I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference for me. I mean, I'm pretty good about finding stuff in the wild, so I'll just do it that way.
Those Power Rangers have not been hard to find, so you will see them everywhere. Like anyone listening, don't go paying double for a yellow Ranger. You'll see it I see the pink Ranger everywhere now.
Yeah, I'm actually still waiting for Hasbro to replace the one that broke on me.
You're the second person to tell me that one's broke. Gil over on the Geek Out show had a break in his. He snapped the neck, I believe.
Oh, I didn't have that problem. Well, the first thing was the one that I got had the same lower legs like had I think the same left lower leg for both legs. So I
Oh, I
reported that.
hate that.
And in the midst of me pulling the figure out to take photos for Hasbro, her arm broke off. Like right here. Just like broke off. And I was like, okay.
I haven't had very many Hasbro QC issues, but the ones I have are just like the most backwards thing. Yeah.
They're most magical.
Yeah.
The best ones.
Yeah, they're the best ones. What about you? You see anything online? Any pre-orders, anything like that look good?
The only big pre-order that I actually want to point out was that the Deluxe Black Widow from the Black Widow movie got solicited on Amazon for like $30 and supposedly coming out March 30th. It looks really promising. I'm actually interested in, Hasbro doing a single figure with a bunch of effects and accessories in one box. Like, that to me works because I feel like I really do get, the best bang for my buck with that.
Yeah, it's up on HasbroPulse.com right now as well. Looking at March 30th release. You and I talked about this a little bit today. I am super interested in it, but is it worth $30?
Yeah.
I think so. Just the blast effects themselves.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see Marvel starting to do these like deluxe packages.
Yeah, no,
we need more of this.
I definitely agree. It's just like it almost seems like Hasbro's trying to compete with like SH Figure Arts and Figma and stuff. But that stand that comes with Black Widow is ugly as hell.
Yeah, I think they're just figuring it out. It's their first one.
Yeah.
I'll give them a pass. I'd like to actually see how it balances.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, just kind of off the cuff. If you had to make a deluxe pack going back on anything Marvel Legends has done, what would you do? What would be the next one you'd want to see in this line?
Are we talking about like a comic book character or from Black Widow movie?
Dealer's choice, man. Whatever you want.
Honestly, I think that I would definitely be willing to pay deluxe versions of X-Men figures who come with not only their outfit, but, a whole bunch of accessories and then a bunch of effects that represent it. Think of how popular, this Cyclops could have been if they gave you both this version, arms came out, put a jacket on, and then a bunch of blast effects. People would pay $30 for that.
Absolutely. In that same vein, like a Spider-Man set. Give us all the opposing hands. Give us all these new Spider-Man webs that they came out with this last Demogoblin wave, which are super cool. The kind of wrap around the chest and the face one.
Yeah.
But it drives me nuts when I get a Spider-Man with one fisted hand and like one whipping hand. Like that drives me insane. So I'd like to see a Spider-Man pack.
I feel like
hands and webs.
I feel like depending on how Black Widow does, they might start doing like special characters. I have this big feeling that we could definitely see a classic Spider-Man come with a whole bunch of like web slinging stuff. Like his, just like the straightforward whips, and then the shoulder ones that come with the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man. I feel like we might be seeing a pack with like all the different effects for him, with a stand, a bunch of different hands, multiple heads, and I feel like it would sell like hotcakes. It's just it wouldn't make sense for Hasbro to show off that they're doing this and not make one of the most popular Marvel characters of all time, which is Spider-Man.
Sign me up. I'd buy it immediately.
Yeah, same here.
So, this is one I probably won't pre-order this. I'll probably wait to see it in hand. But with that being said, I'll probably support this because I want other stuff.
Yeah. I will be picking her up as soon as I can. So I'm interested in also reviewing her. Speaking of reviews, I still got to review this.
Yeah.
Happy I picked it up for I think I picked it up for $18 from GameStop. So I'm actually lying. He's not in the box. He's right here. I did it for this blast effect.
I totally missed what you said you picked up. But which one did you pick up?
It's the Luke Skywalker Strikes.
Okay, I want that figure, but I'm not gonna pay $40 for it.
Yeah, he's not in here, but I basically paid for all the accessories. He retails for like $40, and I picked him up for like 18.
Nice. Yeah, that version of, I'm a big follower of the Star Wars comics, so that version of Luke is super cool. I have the Yavin version, basically the same thing minus the accessories.
Oh, yeah.
But, I wish I could get a hold of those accessories. It's like Obi-Wan's journal and something else, right?
Yeah. Here. It's weird. Like, I had to go back and I actually had to go look up all the accessories, and now I've straight up forgot because it doesn't actually tell you what all of them are in here. All it says is includes figure and 6 accessories, and then it warns you about a choking hazard for small balls. So I guess Luke has small balls. But yeah, he seems to come with 2 different journals there. He does it the blast mask, or the little blast shield mask, and then the training probe. And it comes with the lightsaber. It comes with the pistol, which we see with the Yavin one, and then the little blast effect, which is on him.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Not worth $40. It is not worth $40. That thing is.
Yeah, I won't be paying $40 for it.
I give it 25. That's as much as I would be willing to pay for that set. So, also, just one more thing before we move on to, I want to point out the other day I found Superior Spider-Man at GameStop, and I noticed they put a new blue tag on all the Marvel Legends stuff because they raised their prices more.
So I didn't notice a blue tag. I did buy my Superior Spider from GameStop because I had it on pre-order, which I didn't check the pre-order price. I just threw $5 down. But yeah, it was like it ended up being like $26 when it was all said and done.
Yeah, they raised the price of all the Neca toys, all the Marvel Legend toys, and a few other ones, but those 2 specifically I know. I think all the Neca stuff got raised to $30 or something. All the Marvel Legends got raised to $24, $25.
Well, that really sucks because GameStop's been on point with having everything in stock lately. So that'll slow down my purchases from them. And then they just clearance everything for $1. So,
well, they're kind of going out of business, and I think they're just trying to find more ways to make money.
Yeah,
this is kind of hurting them. And I remember I was talking to the guy, and I pointed out, I was like, "What? You guys raised the price of Marvel Legends too?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't get why they're doing that. It's not like it's going to make people come buy them any sooner if you raise the prices." Like, no, it's actually going to hurt GameStop more, the fact that they raise the prices.
Yeah, because all this stuff's so easily, available.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't stop anybody from going to Amazon. So
that's one thing I got. People just got to be patient. You will find. You will find everything. I don't think you and I have ever not found something we were looking for. Yeah. In the last couple of years.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you. I remember when the Power Ranger wave came out with the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger and Lord Draken. I was looking for that everywhere. I couldn't find it. And then I finally found it. I settled for somewhat of an okay version. And then like a week later, there was like 4 more on the shelf of the Red Ranger, 2 Lord Drakens that looked way better than what I picked up. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, this stuff's all coming out. There, you'll be able to find everything.
Yeah, Hasbro definitely wants everybody to buy stuff, and for those collectors that basically try to buy all the stuff, keep it in boxes, and resell it, Hasbro's actually doing a pretty, I don't want to necessarily say shady thing, but they're kind of making those guys almost obsolete in a lot of ways because they just keep reissuing stuff. Like with Star Wars, like how many times have we had figures re-released multiple times?
Which I'm cool with. People get into line at different times. You're unable to pick stuff up. Yeah. Like you're crazy if you don't think they're going to release the Mandalorian over and over and over and over again, which is cool. So
yeah,
I'm all for it actually.
I can't wait for the final version of the Mandalorian. No spoilers, but you know what I'm talking about. His outfit finish.
Oh yeah, I pre-ordered the hot toy. It's going to be my first hot toy ever.
Yeah.
Of the
Good choice.
What I call the first 5 minutes of episode 1 Mandalorian, because then he gets a shoulder pauldron 5 minutes into it.
Oh, no spoilers. Don't spoil it.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No. I have. I'm just saying if
Oh.
people watching this, they haven't. I don't want to spoil it for them.
Oh, it's like 3 months old. So, I mean, that's not a big spoiler, really.
Yeah. Definitely don't spoil the fact that there's a baby Yoda in the show, okay? Nobody knows
Okay.
what Yoda yet.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you don't know that his shoulder changes color once, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to jump into pre-orders?
I'm sorry?
You want to jump into pre-orders?
I mean, you could jump into pre-orders. The next thing on the list was us talking about movies that we liked or recommended.
Okay, no, I was just going to mention, Wave 4 Power Rangers are on pre-order, and the Black Widow Marvel Legends Wave, which I'll only be getting Taskmaster on that one.
I actually want to build Crimson Dynamo. So give me your piece.
I'll sell you my piece.
That's what friends do. Friends sell each other pieces. They don't give them.
Exactly.
I think Crimson Dynamo is cool because it's actually the comic book version, and I actually am building, the Winter Guard, which is the Russian Avengers. So.
Okay, that'll be cool. Yeah, no, you'll probably find that. I bet you'll find a lot of that wave cheaper, or a lot of those pieces cheaper.
Yeah, I don't think it's be too hard. Actually, I was even talking to a person that they just wanted all the MCU figures from that wave. They didn't even care for the Build-A-Figure. And I told them, I was like, can we make a deal? They're like, sure, I'll sell you all my Build-A-Figure pieces because I don't want them. Sweet.
Easy.
So, any other pre-orders that I can think of? I know that there was a mention of another Star Wars wave, but I don't know if it's been pre-ordered or solicited or anything. It was
not the. There are a few things up for pre-order with that. It's like Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan and Anakin, Commander Bly, Sith Jet Trooper, Plo Koon, and Kit Fisto, which I missed out on. Kit Fisto pre-ordered everywhere, but I think that'll be kind of easy to find.
Yeah, I know that was up for pre-order. I haven't even bothered trying to go look for them. I just kind of avoid pre-orders at this point because I do eventually just find it in the store if I'm, stubborn enough.
If there's something you want enough, you're gonna find it easily.
Yeah, I'm trying to my best to avoid Clone Wars stuff because I'm just trying to get the original trilogy characters, and I'm trying to focus my Star Wars collection around okay, did anybody at all ever fight the classic Stormtrooper? If yes, you go into the collection. If you haven't, that's enough.
That's fair enough.
And then I bought General Grievous and Darth Maul, and I was like, what am I doing?
Oh, man, you know me, I'm a sucker, so if it's anything Star Wars Black Series 6-inch, I own it. Chances are I own it.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about movies. Any good movies that you either recommend that are coming out or that you've seen that are out?
Man, I don't catch a lot of movies lately. Last thing I saw was Rise of Skywalker, which just crossed the $1 billion mark. So, complete and utter failure by Disney, like most people say.
I've been hearing nothing but negative things, and then I saw the price point, and I was like, I don't know how bad it is if it's still kind of,
Yeah, it made $1 billion, but it's terrible. No, I love them. I thought it was great. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's it's Star Wars. It's great.
Also, sorry, I keep playing. I really want to finish this thing. I keep kind of fiddling with it. I just need arms and legs. Got no arms and legs. For me, honestly, I haven't been to a theater in a while. We mostly just watch stuff on Netflix. Sometimes, we'll catch movies, elsewhere. But yeah, I usually don't watch the movies until after they get released to DVD half the time.
I don't think there was anything really even out this week. I mean, there's Bad Boys for Life. I don't know. Do you like the Bad Boys movies? I think they're great and all, but I'll catch it.
I did when they came out. I actually did like them a lot, but I felt a little weird watching a much older version of them.
I mean, I'll watch it on TNT or whatever it comes on.
But I don't know. I also I don't want to specifically address, Will Smith, but it's just kind of like I haven't really liked much of anything he's done lately. So it makes me not look
done a
forward
lot
to
of stinkers lately.
it.
But it is what it is. Trailer drops. You see the Morbius trailer?
Yes, I did. It looks amazing. I honestly can't wait, and I don't want to spoil it if people haven't seen the trailer. Go see the trailer. But at the end of the credits of the trailer is what had me in goosebumps. No joke.
So, I mean, without going into too much, which I don't know how much of a trailer you can spoil, but I think the Sony and Marvel deal, whatever they renegotiated, is going to be just fine.
Yeah.
Thanks for freaking everyone out.
Yeah. I remember I was talking to my partner Nas about it, and I was just telling her, I'm like, this is just a publicity thing. They just want people to get really freaked out and like riled up over Spider-Man, and it's gonna be fine. Sony hopefully is not that much of a dumbass to just completely crap on the whole Disney as in Marvel and Sony making Spider-Man successful again.
Yeah, it was so much of a non-issue. So, no, that was cool. And then other than that, the Black Widow, the newest trailer to that dropped as well. So, I'll catch that one in theater. That'll probably be the next movie I see in theaters.
Yeah, I definitely want to go see it. I love the guy who's oh my gosh, my brain's like Red Star. It should be Red.
Red Guardian.
Yeah, that guy's
David Harbour.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say this. I think he's great. I love David Harbour.
Yeah.
But man, why did they not cast him as Ben Grimm? He would be a perfect thing.
Yeah, I think that's the problem is he would be good in a lot of characters.
That's true.
He was in my opinion, he did a great job as Hellboy, but the movie still sucked.
I never saw it.
I would say if you can avoid it, do so. But if you really like Hellboy, watch it and have a good bowl of salt, to kind of just shove in your mouth as you watch it.
Surely I can waste my time some other way.
I mean, I was really sad to see it as a flop, and I hated to see him playing Hellboy and it be a flop. But
it didn't hurt him at all.
Oh no, he's great.
Yeah, that was a paycheck for him. Moved on and landed him a Marvel role. Now I will say, I hope Red Guardian stays in the MCU moving forward. I'm really excited to see what's going on with the MCU. You got a little time for some MCU news?
Sure.
So this week they actually shelved the Hawkeye Disney Plus project. So that will be on the back burner and on hiatus until further notice.
Yeah.
This is all coming from the whole Jeremy Renner ugly divorce. And that's about as much as I'd like to go into it.
Yeah.
And then also the director, I can't think of his name right now, for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness left the project. So looks like Marvel, I don't think they're hurting, but still figuring out what they want to do in this phase.
Yeah, he was supposed to make it like somewhat of like a scary movie because isn't Doctor Strange supposed to be fighting Nightmare?
I'm not really sure the particulars, but I will say every time they're like, oh yeah, it's going to be the most horror movie of all the Marvel movies. And then Kevin Feige is always like, no, I don't think so. So they already disagreed. That's the way it was going to go.
Yeah. But I mean, it would have made sense to have it more of a scary movie because it's Nightmare. So.
I am eager to see where they go with it. I think it'll be pretty ambitious. So.
I mean, hell, Spider-Man, when he fought Mysterio in the movie, that whole scene where like he was kind of messing with Spider-Man and messing with what Spider-Man saw, that messed me up. I was like, oh, what is going on? So I figured it was gonna be like that for Doctor Strange and Nightmare.
Which the first movie's kind of like that, but it's a little too much. So anyway, I'm eager to see where it goes.
Yeah. Let's see here. Next thing we got on the list is TV shows.
Man, I have not been watching much TV. I tried to start The Witcher and have fallen asleep. So The Witcher's on my docket. Have you seen it? That's what everyone's talking about right now.
The Witcher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm 2 episodes in, and I was watching the first episode. I'm like, okay, I know about the game. I've heard about the book, so I'm just kind of going in this, and I think it's Mark Cavill, right?
Henry Cavill.
I'm sorry, Henry Cavill. I saw him show up, and I was like, hey, Superman with white hair. All right, what's going on? And then it got really correct, because in the beginning he's fighting a monster, so I'm just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. And then I see him, and I was like, and then it got really gory all of a sudden. I was like, oh. I was like, no, that's serious very fast.
I'll give it a try, but I just don't have a lot of time for TV nowadays. Yeah. I'll probably be rewatching The Mandalorian for the next year.
Yeah, I mean, I think I even heard for Disney Plus what they ended up doing was they moved some of the shows earlier because people complained that when The Mandalorian came out, there's like nothing to watch for like a while.
You're crazy if you think there's nothing to watch on Disney Plus.
No, I mean like new stuff. Either I think it was like the Marvel cinematic movies, or not cinematic movies, sorry, the cinematic TV shows. They were saying it was going to be like 4 or 5 months, maybe almost 6 months or something after Mandalorian before it started up.
Okay, yeah, because I think the first one's WandaVision, right? I guess they scaled that up a whole year.
Yeah, because the next mention of Mandalorian was going to be fall, winter of the end of this year. So
2020. So I bet you'll get a trailer at Celebration. You'll probably get the first couple minutes of the first episode, and then it'll probably drop in November again. I bet you it'll be the same schedule.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the schedule for Disney Plus is probably going to run a lot like the actual Marvel and Star Wars movies, like how Disney kind of releases those.
Yep.
I just remember people complain about the Marvel TV shows, how like nothing to watch until WandaVision, and they were talking about it was like months of a gap.
I mean, you got Clone Wars season 7 next month. Like here in a couple weeks, which I'll probably be starting my Clone Wars rewatch.
Yeah. Let's see. The only thing anything else that's new that I liked to watch was there's a show called Kippo and the Age of Wonder Beasts. It's on, like I said, it's on Netflix. I think it's a Netflix exclusive show. But I started watching it, and we originally put it on for the kids, and then I was watching it, and it's like kind of like post-apocalyptic TV show, and these people live underground. And then they get invaded by like a giant mutated beast, and then the girl, who's Kippo, escapes to try to find her family after this huge collapse. And like all the Wonder Beasts are all these like crazy mutated animals, and it's a bit funny, but it's like almost serious at the same time. So for me, I was like, I could watch this with my kids, but a lot of what the things they're talking about, like I understand more than my kids understand. Especially the seriousness of the show. But it's good. I like it. If anybody gets a chance, at least watch an episode and see if it's good for you, because I thought it was good.
Yeah, that sounds interesting, man.
Yeah.
You said, was it an animated show?
Say again?
Is it an animated show?
Yeah, it's an animated show. Kind of gives me similar vibes to like Adventure Time, but not as silly as Adventure Time.
Okay. Man, my house right now, it's all Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I got a 2-year-old who runs the TV.
Yeah, so. That sounds. I mean, I got 3 kids. 2 of them are with me. My daughter's 4, and then we got a 1-year-old. And It's just lots of screaming, fighting over the TV, over everything. My 4-year-old plays with something, the baby wants it, the baby takes it, my daughter pulls it away, they scream at each other, and I'm just sitting in the room doing this like,
Such is the circle, man.
Next thing on the list is comic books. I don't have any recommendations because I haven't touched a comic book in a while, but do you have any?
Okay, so I'm going to preface this by saying I just recently got pretty heavily back into comics, like within the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of as we do this, man, I'll probably just be suggesting things here and there because I'm still picking up, so if anyone listening wants to try something new, I'll be trying a lot of new stuff. So, this week I picked up Iron Man 2020, issue 1. I know absolutely nothing about the character. I know absolutely nothing about the book, but eager to give it a shot.
Gotcha.
And the other book I picked up this week was Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider, issue 2.
Yeah.
This, the artwork and the colors in this book are amazing. It's, let me just shout out the creators, Hopeless, Hepburn, and Fabella. I don't know who does what, but love the book, love the character, ready for the Marvel Legends to drop.
Capella?
Fabella.
Oh, Fabella?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, if there was a Capella, I know who that is.
Scott Hepburn's the artist. I'm a fan of his art. It reminds me of like early Scotty Young books. He draws Cosmic Ghost Rider kind of like
Gotcha.
Scotty Young used to draw Human Torch.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else that for us to talk about, unless there's any additional things that you want to mention. But I think otherwise we kind of nailed everything that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, man. No, this is cool. I think we just keep doing this. We're good to go. So
okay.
Jump on if you guys ever want to talk toys. Hit up Rob.
All right, cool. Thank you. I will let everybody know that we'll be doing these podcasts. When we find time to do them and try to update and talk about a lot of things between you and I. I'm setting up a Patreon where I'm doing toy reviews, how-to videos, and stuff like that, as well as these podcasts will be on there earlier than they will be posted on YouTube. I'm going to be posting the reviews and all the podcasts on YouTube, so it's free for everybody. And basically, if you do Patreon, you get to see things earlier, and you're helping promote the page, as well as I'll be giving out exclusive like stickers and clothes and stuff like that. I'm working on a lot of designs and stuff with my brother, who's right here. He designed a lot of the, characters and stuff. So definitely love feedback on everything. Love feedback on the review videos, the podcasts. And if you guys have questions and stuff, I'll definitely work into getting around to those questions in the next podcast. So I just want to thank you again, JRUToys, for joining me on the podcast. I hope we can do it again soon. And I thank everybody for watching. And I really hope to, we made an impact on your guys' day, especially the stuff that we recommended. It's always going to try new things. So.
Sounds good, man. Until next time.
Yep, roger that. All right. So see you later.